Okay. Hi. I I don't really know what this video is gonna be, but I just feel like, just talking and expressing some things that's been weighing on me, I guess. Um and I know, I'm wearing I know. Um but yeah, I don't know. I just feel like talking. So yeah, this week, it is Friday right now, the 24th, I believe, and uh, I've been very, I've been feeling very lost. Uh, my mind has been a little foggy. If I'm being truly honest with you, for this whole week, I've just been rotting in bed, rotting in bed, just on my phone, doing absolutely nothing. And I said, oh, 2025, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be that. And I truly can. I can, all the things that I want to achieve, I know that I can achieve them. I know I'm capable of achieving said things. I've set goals for myself, and I accomplished them. One of the bigger ones being geography. I said I was gonna get good at geography. Learn all this countries, states, territories, capitals, flags, and I did it. I did it. So I know that I'm capable. I know that I have the ability to do so. So why do I feel like I'm still holding myself back? Like I'm still limiting myself? Is it because I'm afraid of the outcome? Afraid that if I truly lock in, things will change drastically, and maybe I'm not ready for that. Maybe it's not what I wanted to begin with. And I everything that I've set my mind to, for the most part, everything that I'm really passionate about, like learning or doing, I've come to the realization that I can do it. Like I can have these things, I can achieve these things. Because before geography, it was I used to be really big on martial arts, karate. I loved it to death. I gave it my all, 100%, and I was one of the best. But then, I stopped, and, you know, I just kind of let it slip by. COVID hit. I was going to get a job there, but COVID hit, and it just, and I don't know if that like discouraged me, but ever since then, like, besides geography, I haven't really locked in on anything. I've picked up new hobbies, new things, like books. Like I have a whole book collection, and all those books are just sitting there now. I read, maybe two or three, but I say, oh, I'm gonna get back into reading. Never do. you know Now currently I'm like big on fragrances. I want to start collecting a bunch of different fragrances for like winter, spring, summer, all that stuff, so I can smell really good. But I realized that I keep going through these things that I guess would be considered worldly things, just to keep myself active, and I don't know, maybe distract myself from what I really need to be doing, because I know that this year can truly be everything and more, but I have to stop getting in my own way, and I have to just trust and just take that leap, you know Uh, you know, I go on TikTok a lot, but I don't really scroll. I only ever go on TikTok for like motivation. Uh, I believe in God, and when I talk to him, sometimes I'm like, he sends me these messages through like TikTok videos, giving me advice or signs, and you know they're helpful. They give me motivation, but a majority of them they're like, oh, just keep going. God got it. You got to give it all to God and trust. And I'm like, okay, but it gets to a point. I've seen quite a bit of those types of videos. Every time I'm struggling with something, I see one of those videos. It's like one of the first things that pops up, and I do think it's God trying to talk to me. But it's just I don't really see the change. Like, not like on the outside. I'm talking about the inside. Like, I could be like, all right, cool. There's a message from God. Bet. But then I don't capitalize on it. I don't like, you know? And I've been, I have the Bible sitting, it's right next to me. Right next to where I sleep. And I keep saying, I'm going to start it. I'm going to start the Bible. I'm going to, get closer to God. And it's just been sitting there. Like, I haven't started it. I keep saying I'm gonna, but I keep putting it off for another day. 1 second, excuse me. Okay. I keep putting it off. And I tend to do that a lot. Where it's like, okay, I say I'm gonna do something, and I just put it off. I mean, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it this day. I'll do it when I have this, when I have that. And I feel like it's really been holding me back. But I don't really know if I can ever really truly change. Like, I know it's all, mindset, your thoughts and, what you believe will be your reality. I believed that I truly could learn every country, all the territories, all that, the flags, everything. And that became my reality. So I know I can achieve these things. I know, God has gifted me with the ability to truly achieve and do anything. So why do I keep putting things off? I say I'm going to work out. I'm going to get that dream physique. And I'm like consistent here and there, but then it just goes radio silent. I say I'm going to get back into reading. I might be motivated in that moment. I might even pick up a book and start reading again. But I never actually commit and go all the way through with it. The only time I've ever done that was with geography. And, I asked for all these things. I asked, oh, when am I going to get a girlfriend? When is anyone going to, show interest in me? And then it happened. Somebody was interested in me, genuinely. Like, they genuinely liked me. And to be honest, I was asking for all the wrong things. Like, I was looking for all the wrong things within that, short talking stage that I was in. All I really wanted was, the sexual benefits and what I can gain from that. And I gained all of that. I got everything I wanted out of the sexual aspect. But instead of me being like, ooh, yeah, I'm him, I felt horrible. It left me feeling empty and disgusted with myself and who I've become. You know, I don't know if I ever said this, but, you know, I struggle with certain addictions, and I'm trying to break free from that. You know, when I look at women, I think, you know, especially like back then, like I would think, oh man, she's hot, like I'd do it, you know? But now I'm trying to look at women for who they are, which is people. You know, that's someone's kid, that's someone's child, that's someone's, you know, someone's daughter, someone's sister, you know? I don't want to be that person that just looks at women like they're pieces of meat, you know, something like a notch on my belt, you know? And I feel like, if anything, that talking stage made me realize that I became the person that I despise most. I became one of those guys, one of those players that only ever gained things but never gave anything in return, that always just kept taking and taking and taking. When I think about it and the things that I did, you know, the things that I would, you know, say in the text messages, things that I would say in the calls, things that me and her was doing in said calls, when I take a step back, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Imagine I'm a father, and unbeknownst to me, my daughter is on the phone with this little prick, and she's just revealing herself to him, and he's just using her for her body. That's, I would be horrified. I would be disgusted. I would be angry if I found out my daughter was doing that with some boy. So why did I decide to do those things? Why did I use that person for their body? Why? Because I thought it would bring me fulfillment, because I thought it would fill the void, because I thought that if I did that, if I got the nudes, if I got her to do this, got her to do that, it proved that I'm what worthy, that I have enough, you know, popular, you know, bonus points. You get what I'm trying to say, even though I'm not articulating it as good as I would like to. It's disgusting, and I felt disgusted, and eventually I broke things off with that person, because I knew that I was only ever gonna hurt her. So, and I don't want to be that guy. That's why now I want to be celibate, like straight up celibate 100%. And I'm honestly considering just waiting until marriage, because I want to prove that there are good men out there. And even though, yeah, we're stupid, we're horny, we fuck up. I fucked up. I use someone for their body. I want to prove that we can change. We can be better. We can lead by example. Because I see all these rappers, all these influencers, you know, these alpha males, all they talk about is, oh, bitch is this, bitch is that. Fucking bops, fucking whores, skanks, She belongs to the streets. It's an evil world we live in. Just these men that have no respect for these women, that treat them like objects, and these women that have no respect for themselves, selling their body online. Two wrongs cannot make a right. And the way we're heading, it's not looking good. Like, these women, you really think these women and these men would be good parents the way that they're acting now at their grown ass age? Fuck no. And then look at us, the younger generation, Gen Z. We're adults now, young adults. Imagine us having kids. It would be horrible. It would be horrible. We really need, as a society, we need to take a step back, man, and look at the bigger picture and really just try to wake up. I don't want to be a player. I don't want to have a bunch of situationships. I don't want to, be fucking bitches left and right. See, look at that. Bitches. Women. I don't want to be screwing around with women left and right. I want something real, something raw, something that is beyond the flesh, beyond the sin, beyond the temptation, something that is true and pure and genuine. These relationships, they're so superficial. You're always gaining something, whether it's money, sex, whatever. It's never something that you can gain spiritually or internally. It's always external. And that's the problem. So I want to be that change. And mind you, I'm 19, going on, I'll be 20 by the end of this year. And at times I feel like I'm in my head a lot. And I think a lot. I'm very aware of things. And it's very draining, and it's tiring. They do say, what's that saying? Something, wait, why isn't the word coming to my head? Ignorance is bliss. That's, for some reason, ignorance wasn't coming to my mind. But yeah, they say ignorance is bliss, and I do kind of believe that, because every day I'm just learning something new, and I see these things online of like, oh, this is gonna happen, prepare yourself for this, end times is coming, and I'm just like, man, what happened? Like, why, when did things get so serious and real? Like, I was just a kid, bro, just living my life. And now I'm forced to, not forced, but I feel like God is calling me to be that change, to be the person that helps, guide people. I'm not perfect, I've done a lot, I'm something, I'm an acquired taste, if I guess, but I truly want to be in a place where, I'm just different from all these other guys, where I truly see women for their souls and who they are as individuals. And, back to the celibate thing, I feel like I can do it. I want to do it. I feel like it's all about, oh, is the sex good? You know, you got a big dick, you know how to eat the box, this, that, and the third. And it's like, come on, man. Is that really what you're worried about? Oh, you got to be 6 feet. Oh, she can't be a certain weight. Well, she can't have this hair. He can't have this physique. He has to make this amount of money. She can't have this amount of bodies. What's happening? What's happening? Truly, what's happening? So, I'm going to try to practice what I preach. I'm going to try to practice what I preach. So, here's some things that I want to do and potentially make some videos about. You know, if you, I don't know who's going to see this. I'm honestly, I've jumped from topic to topic, but I just felt like this was needed. So I want to start reading the Bible. I think I'm going to start at Matthew and James because I heard that they were good places to start. But if anyone has any suggestions for other, you know, what I should read after Matthew and James, or if there's something I should read before Matthew and James in the Bible, please let me know down in the comments. But I want to really get to know Jesus Christ, God, you know. I want to, you know, steer clear from sin, you know, all types of sin, you know, the sexual sin, you know, the temptation, you know, the flesh, and, you know, when it comes to women, again, I want to be with someone that no matter what, you know, if they were in a different body, you know, if they had a different voice, you know, whatever it may be, I would still love them because of who they are. That's what I want. I want something real, something genuine, something that's beyond flesh. And, you know, whenever I have kids, if I have kids, I hope I do, I want to give them everything and more. You know, everything that I didn't have. You know, I didn't have a dad, just my mom, my sisters, and they're great. You know, I wouldn't have had it any other way. But for my kids, I want to be the dad that I never had. You know, I want to make sure that, you know, not only will they never have to worry about anything financially, but they'll be good physically, mentally, you know. That's why each and every day I continue to expand my mind and my knowledge, pick up on little skills, so that when the time comes for me to be a dad, I can truly give my kids a head start in life, you know. Teach them things that the school system, the education system probably won't teach them. You know, real stuff, you know. You know, I want to get in shape so that when I have kids, I could properly teach them how to get in shape. So it goes hand in hand. Who you are, the person I know I can be, I just have to put in the work. The person that my future kids deserve, you know, the dad that they deserve to have, I want to make sure that I'm that person. And I'm for sure going to make sure that I do not have kids until I 100% know that I can give them everything. Everything. Financially, emotionally, physically, spiritually. Everything. So I got to make sure that I am that person that can give that to them, and that I find me a woman that can, together, we can give them everything. So, yeah, I hope, you know, I know God has her out there somewhere in the world. So in the meantime, I just got to continue to grow as a person to make sure that whenever our paths do cross, I am the man that I need to be. And obviously, she'll be the woman that she needs to be, so that everything works out the way God intended it to. So, I try not to rush things anymore. I'm fine with being single. I'm fine with, things being the way they are now. Because I know that bigger things are coming. And I'm glad that, whoever's watching this, they can come along. You guys can come along for the ride, One thing about me is, I see some of these famous people and they some of them switch up on, their supporters. They act Hollywood, they you know how some of these celebrities be. I want to make sure that I'm never like that. The person you're looking at now, minus me, growing as an individual, maybe, upgraded by looks, I want to make sure that I'm still me and that I never switch up. I never become Hollywood. So if I do become, big, all my supporters, I'll make sure that you guys know that I genuinely give a shit about you guys just as much as you might give a shit about me. If you ever see me out in the street, come talk to me. I might be a little awkward, but word, I'll take a picture, whatever. I'm down to chat. I want to build a community that is truly the best. I want to have one of the most strongest, tight-knit communities. You feel what I'm saying? Some filled with nothing but a bunch of real, genuine people. All the trolling and shit. I indulge in a little trolling here and there. But when shit gets serious, I want to make sure that people are, able to control themselves. There's a fine line between the trolling and the serious stuff, so hopefully we can find a balance, between the fun and the chaos, and then the more serious topics, more serious videos like this one. So yeah, I don't really know what I'm gonna title this video. I've kind of just been speaking my mind. I don't script anything. I just kind of go off the dome. So yeah, that's it. I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna keep pursuing this. I'm gonna keep going, and hopefully, my time will come when God knows that I'm ready. Because I got a lot of growing to do. I got a little more maturing to do, a little more character development. I'm not perfect, and I never will be perfect, but at least I can steer myself, and God can steer me in the right direction, and I can start to practice what I preach. So yeah, that's it. I'm the hero, light, legend of this world, Tyree Figueroa, signing out. Peace.